welcome to video Instagram live session. So I think I shall start with a short introduction of our speaker today. Zihao is actually our current audit partner, and he completed his first year Bachelor of Commerce in Accounting from Victoria University, and then he applied a credit transfer to University of Melbourne. So Zihao is currently also a member of CPA Australia, and as well as a member of Malaysia Institute of Accountant, MIA. So let's bring Zihao on board right now. Hi Zihao.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Thank you so much for your time to join this session today. Yeah, I know that you're very busy, but nevertheless, because today is Friday, so let's chill with a coffee. I'm sure you have one. Let me treat you
Yep.
to coffee.
Yeah, I just received the coffee from you. Thank you. Cheers.
Okay, Zihao. Just now we have just given our audience here today a short introduction of yourself, but I have not given them your professional experience yet, because I believe that there will be more sharing during your sharing later. So before we jump into the Q&A session, I guess the audience here today would like to know more about the tagline that we posted on our social media earlier. Okay, you were saying that audit, my work life, 12 years and counting. So 12 years is really a long journey. So I guess you have a lot of interesting stories to share with us today.
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. So, of course, based on the team, I believe everyone know that I have worked in audit for 12 years already. So when I first started my job, I actually started in 2008 in PwC. So I think when I start my job that time, my mindset is the same as a lot of people. I just want to get my professional qualification in 3 years and then pass my bond in 4 years. Then after that, I will quit. So, because of all the so-called the boring life of an audit, like long working hours and no work-life balance and all. But I think over the time, I have slowly developed some interest in audit. So that's why I believe that's what really keep me up until now, for 12 years. So yeah, do you all want to know what really keeps me in audit?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So yeah, I will just share a bit now. Okay. So I think first of all, especially in video, I really get to expose myself to a huge variety of clients, a huge variety of industries and all. So for example, manufacturing, retail, trading, property development, plantation, media, and all. So yeah, so that's why throughout all this, I am able to see a lot of different things which only auditor will be able to see. I mean, other than people who work in that particular company. So I have actually the luxurious to see lah. So perhaps I can share a little bit of my experience of what I have seen in the past. So okay, so basically I have audited a factory. They actually manufacture, or I would say make like buns and all for the largest fast food chain in Malaysia. And can you imagine the whole factory, there's like lesser than 20 people working in that factory. It's so automated and everything just do on its own. So they may just need a few people for the packaging and all. So which I find it quite interesting. And also the other one is that, I mean, personally, I have not stepped into a chiller room before. So for that particular stock count, I actually had that experience in going into the chiller room to do the stock take. And I can tell you it's very troublesome because number one, it's very cold, even though you wear like thick jackets. And also you cannot write with your pen when you're inside the chiller room because it's really too cold. So you just have to step out of the so you just have to come out for a while to jot down whatever your stock count samples are. Then after that, you go in and continue. So it's really troublesome, walking in and out. But yeah, I mean, having said that, I think it's quite fun. Yeah. So yeah, this is number one. So I think number two, what I really like about audit is I get to work with different people. So basically, there's no one engagement in the audit is identical, meaning to say I get to work with different managers, different team members, different partners, different directors. So of course, the best thing of working with different people is, I get to learn different things from them because different people will have different kind of working style. So, throughout the time, I just get to improve myself and, from learning from other people. So this is point number two that I have. And point number three, which is, about the flexibility. So because of the, in IT infrastructure now, most of the things are actually stored in cloud. So for example, our audit process tool, which have our audit working papers and all. So everything is in the cloud now. So as long as you have your laptop and you have your, a stable internet, basically you can work anywhere you like. It can be at client's place. If, for example, I have a client meeting and also, I just want to review the working paper of my team. So I'll be based at my client's place for that day. Or I can go in for half a day, and for the second half, I can go back to the office because I could have, office meeting or office discussions and also I think, this is really cool. Like, I like to move around. I'm not the kind of person who can sit in the office from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day. I think I don't think I'll be able to take that. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Thank you for insightful sharing. Zihao, do you know there is a comment here that one of the best thing was working with you? So
Oh,
this
I
is also
see.
the
Thank
reason
you.
why he joined it.
Oh wow, I see. I think I want to know who that person is after the after the Insta live. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so Zihao, what is your greatest challenge that you found in your career?
I think the greatest challenge in audit, whether for myself or everyone within the field, is to meet the timeline set by the client as well as the regulator, because all this timeline cannot be moved, right? So we just have to make sure that everything is done at that point in time and finish and all. So timeline is one of the challenge, and another one I would say is keep updating yourself with the latest accounting standards, technical skills, because every year or every now and then we actually have updates in accounting standards. So we just need to make sure that we are well equipped with the latest knowledge.
Okay. I guess there is a lot of auditors or trainee or fresh grad here today. So I think one of the auditor mentioned that he so agree with you that timeline is the greatest challenge in audit.
Yeah, 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 I think
Yeah.
so.
Okay, so in the Slido that we posted in our social media earlier, where the audience can actually put in their Q&A. So now we will jump into this Q&A. So one of the audience asks, is audit the best field to join for an accounting fresh grad?
I think based on my sharing just now, I actually get to expose myself to a lot of industry. So I think audit itself will bring very wide exposure to a lot of people. So I guess before, whether the staff want to specialize in a career or whatever, before that you should go into audit and learn as much as possible to build your solid foundation before you move on. Right, but having said that, there's also like other departments within video in Malaysia, for example, tax, advisory, BSO and all, where of course you all can consider. But for myself, I think audit is still the first choice.
Okay, all right. So, and also there is another audience stated here. I'm about to start work as an auditor. So perhaps you can advise on how do I balance my personal and working life?
Okay, wow, great. Okay, good to hear that you actually chose audit as your first job, just like me. So I don't know whether you'll last 12 years or not, but we shall see lah, okay? Anyway, I think before you join audit or, when you're hearing this live session, you already know that, audit has very tight deadlines and also like busy session, like busy time and all. But having said that, there will be also moments or time where you're not really so busy. So I think that there's like pros and cons lah, right? So I think in terms of work-life balance, which everybody is talking about, why not let's talk about work-life integration? Because with all the IT infrastructure now, it's very easy to have a work-life integration. For example, I can come to work at like maybe 8:30, 9, and then after that I can do my stuff. Then maybe I will go go home like at 6, 7 to have a dinner with my family and friends. Then after that, I can continue working again. I think it's more of like blending work into life rather than splitting them into two different things. And I say, okay, I want to go home. I'm not going to work anymore. So I don't think that really works. So I think at the end is really how you prioritize your own things. So make sure you can prioritize the right thing at the right time.
Okay, thanks for your answer. I guess, yeah, you will gain a lot on this sharing. So, Zihao, as we know, actually you as an interviewer, so I guess this is the most common question that we will receive during the interview. So, what is your expectation towards a audit trainee who wanted to obtain an internship application placement in video?
Okay, I think before I answer that question, you just give me take a short break, coffee break. I'm thirsty.
Sure.
Sorry, I talk too much. Okay. So yeah, I think an audit trainee to myself is like a white piece of paper. They have a very basic knowledge which they have learned during classes and all. So I think most importantly, my expectation or our expectation to them is they come in, they should have a positive mindset to learn and just learn as much as possible, and also to have a positive attitude, because I think that is really very important to them. They are still fresh, there are a lot of things to learn, so just don't mind, learn as much as possible, clock in extra hours if you want, because the knowledge is very good for you in future if you want to join audit as a profession.
Okay, so that's for trainee. So what about the fresh graduates who wanted to apply a permanent job and audit associate? What is the technical skills that are required?
Okay, I think for permanent like audit associates and all, of course it's just like a trainee unless they have a previous internship placement experience elsewhere, then they should know a little bit more about audit. If not, I think it still comes back to the positive attitude as well as the mindset to learn. Do not hesitate to ask questions and to learn. If let's say you finish your piece of work, just try to talk to your team member. I'm sure there will be other work that you can help out with. Then just try to help as much as possible, learn as much as possible, because all this knowledge will actually build a very solid foundation for you to move up in your career ladder in future.
Okay, all right. So what is your advice for a fresh graduate who planning to pursue a professional studies but also contemplating on applying a job? So is it a good time to apply for a job now during this pandemic, or is it a good time to enroll a professional studies like ICW or ACCA, etc.?
Okay, I understand. So actually, I don't think that there's actually a conflict between these two lah. Because I mean, the reason why I'm saying that is because in video itself, we do have a lot of staff who are currently working as well as studying professional papers at the same time. So I think it's actually doable, and also depends on your own time management skills. So make sure you when you need to study, you just go and carve a little bit of time apart from your work to just study and all. But having said that, I also understand that the job market now is maybe not as active as per pre-COVID time. So why not just take an opportunity now to enroll into the study first while looking for jobs, so that you can upskill yourself, and when there's an opportunity out there, then you are actually available to grab. So on top of that, I think for the benefit of the audience here, I would like to emphasize that it's actually very important to have professional qualifications when you're in audit or when you're in accounting, because I think this is a requirement by AOB as well, and also within our BDO policy.
Yeah. So I guess someone here also asked what kind of professional qualifications that we mentioned here. So just basically is ACCA, ICW, CPA, and MICPA. Yeah.
Yes,
so,
correct. Yeah.
etc. lah. Yep.
Yeah.
So, okay. So the following questions are more about the pandemic right now. As we all know, year 2020 is really tough for everyone here, as including the business. So in our Instagram live session earlier, our colleagues from tax and advisory as well as business to business outsourcing, they also shared their experience on this work from home arrangement. So we would like to also know how do you find this work from home arrangement for audit, and you as a partner, how do you manage your team?
Okay, I think work from home arrangement is a new norm lah, and we are still adapting to it. So I think, but at the same time, we do have our so-called team outside doing the audit field work, and because no doubt work still need to be carried out. But what we need to make sure is that there's actually a proper SOP implemented by the client to ensure that the safety of our staff. Yeah, then after that, on top of that, I think in terms of managing them, I mean, personally for myself, I do have like a couple of, WhatsApp group chats with my managers, or, together with my staff for some daily communications. Then on top of that, we do have like, Zoom calls, team calls and all, for like more discussions that like, rather than just put everything into WhatsApp. So yeah, I think one last thing is they actually upload their so-called working papers into the audit process tool, which is a cloud-based system. And yeah, then from there I can actually monitor the progress of the audit.
Okay, I guess this application tool is really important for our auditors. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, so based on the current instruction that given by the government, that we all will need to, they are encouraged us to work from home. So, and we already kind of adapt this new norm already. So do you think eventually the task of the accountants can be 100% be executed from home in the future time in order to save more costs for the company?
Well, I'm not here to say whether is it possible to do 100% at home or not, but because there are still certain piece of work where you need to be physically present at the client's place to do it. So for example, you need to vouch to physical documents, you need to vouch to physical assets, stock counts, and site visits and all. But just to share with you, there are actually some of my personal experience is that since due to the MCO and all, we cannot fly to like Sabah or wherever. Then after that we'll do a virtual stock count. So what we do is that we'll arrange with the client, and probably through Teams or Zoom, just as though as if we are actually physically present there. So this is what we are trying to do. But I think for now, I don't think 100% can be done at home. But moving forward, it could be possible, due to the infrastructure, the IT infrastructure and all. So we should see how it goes.
Okay, so as you mentioned about the IT infrastructure, so in the recent years, I guess we also talk about artificial intelligence, AI technology, that maybe replace certain jobs. So what do you think, from your opinion, will AI take over human being in accounting and auditing field in the near future?
Well, I think that right. For AI, I mean for our field particularly, I don't think that AI will actually take over or make us redundant in a way, because AI is only here to help us to do daily routine work. So after they do the work, they will like probably will get like a piece of a report or something like that, which still require human minds to interpret and analyze the findings. Then after that, of course, auditor, we need to exercise necessary judgments here. I mean, every time lah. So that's why I don't think that AI would be able to make us redundant.
Yeah, and especially I guess our clients won't happy to talk with the robot, right?
Yeah,
Because
exactly. I
they
mean,
might
to
not
me,
have reaction or
yeah, that's like the
emotion.
human touch and all. Yeah, exactly. It's like talking to real human is much better to talking to a robot. Yeah.
But having said that, IT, I mean, if in the future all these IT tools can help us to make sure on the data analytics, all that, then I guess it's also good for us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
So
Yeah,
is
right.
there yeah, is there by any chance that the technology will help the auditors to detect anomalies with 100% assurance?
Well, I think that like what I mentioned just now, we will make use of AI to help us to extract data. Then after that, to come out with the anomalies like what you mentioned, and then after that, we still need to analyze. And also, I don't think that 100% assurance can come out from there because that is just a tool for us to draw the final conclusion. So once we get the report from data analytics and all, then we still need to personalize the solution, a personal solution to that particular issue, and we have to present it to our client. So yeah, so I think that I would say AI would be a tool moving forward rather than making us redundant. Yeah, so yeah. So I think that, based on what I have shared just now, I don't think, auditor or even accountants can be made redundant by AI because of the, different people. You have unparalleled thinking, then after that you have, different EQ and all. So that's why, yeah, I think that it will be a tool rather than making us redundant.
Yeah, I agree with you because we want our students and the graduates here to understand that an auditor's job is transforming as we speak, but the technology here is actually help to deliver the work as data processing and analytics, thereby freeing up the more time for an auditor to look into the other analysis and problem solving, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
correct. So we
so
can focus on something else rather than, doing all the routine work which can be done
have
by the
more
AI.
free time for your personal time, right? Less time.
Yes, work-life integration.
Okay. From our Q&A here, there is an audience ask, may I know how long will it usually take to complete one assignment or project?
Okay, yeah, okay, sure. So I think different engagements will have different time frame. You can have a small I wouldn't use the word small lah, okay. You will have a single Sendirian Berhad audit, or you can have a group audit with like 100 entities. So if let's say a Sendirian Berhad audit, I think you can take like, for field work per se, you can have take about, 2 weeks to 3 weeks. It depends on the complexity. And then in terms of the larger engagements, you can take months. For example, all the listed company, we will actually spend months in the client's place to complete it. Yeah, so it kind of varies from one engagement to another.
Okay, I guess we have the answer for that. Okay, so the other audience also asked, based on your experience, will you say that audit department is very stressful?
Um, okay, to be honest with you, to be frank with you, all other jobs outside is very stressful. Trust me,
Yes.
you can go to finance is stressful, sales is stressful, audit is stressful, tax is
People
stressful,
and culture also
right? So,
stressful.
yeah, see? So actually, I think stress is everywhere. So most importantly is how we manage the stress, right? So if I'm here telling you that there's no stress in audit, I think all my audience would think that I'm lying. Okay, I don't think I'll be able to walk out of my room later. Everyone would be staring at me. Hey, audit got no stress. No, actually, yes, audit is stressful. All the jobs out there is stressful. It's just how you manage your job, how you manage your time.
Yeah. So, and the other audience here also asks, what is your expectation through a fresh grad that join your team? I guess we already shared, Zihao already shared the requirements so called just now is the willingness to learn
Okay.
and also the positive attitude. Yeah. Okay, and the other audience here also asks, in your opinion, Zihao, do you
Mm-hmm.
think which professional qualifications is more is better? Whether it's HSC
Wow.
or
Okay. I don't think that there is any so-called professional qualification. Like they are all
best?
the same, right? Yeah, it's like I wouldn't say that like personally myself, I took CPA Australia. I wouldn't say that CPA Australia is the best. or it's better than this and that. So every professional qualification, I believe they would have a different teaching method. So for CPA Australia, during my time, so long ago, it was purely self-study, and we have maybe like 1 day of tutorial and all. So whereby I think ICAW, ACCA, they actually have classes. So I think it really depends on each individual. How do you think that you fit better into that syllabus, like the method of learning and teaching? Yeah.
That there is no the best in the world actually. It is more of which
Yeah.
one is more suitable for you.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Alright, so as we are drawing close for today Insta live session, so now is the time for the speed quiz session. So Zihao will be now posting 2 questions to the audience now based on his sharing just now. So whoever that get the answer most accurate and the fastest to put in the comment box, then you will be receiving a special token from us. So are you all ready? Is that ready?
Yeah, of course, of course. So I think now is the time to test whether the audiences here really pay attention or not lah,
Yeah.
for the past 25 minutes. Okay,
Okay.
so I think
okay.
yeah. Okay, so I think you all know that I have worked in audit for 12 years. Then, so what makes you think that I really enjoy in audit? So I have mentioned a few points just now. You just mentioned one of it will do.
As a hint to you all, just now Zihao did mention three answer. So just let us know either one of it.
Okay, you can check while I take my coffee break here again.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I guess we already have the correct answer here. Okay.
Okay,
so
that's
now
fast.
the second question. Yeah.
Okay, the second question. Okay, so based on what a lot of people asked, or also maybe some people want to know, I want to ask is what is the expectation towards fresh graduates or interns? So what is the expectation?
Yeah. What are the expectations towards this trainee and also the fresh grad that they wanted to obtain a job in video?
Yeah, I have mentioned 2 points. So for this, you just have to say out the 2 points. Yeah.
Okay, I guess we also have the correct answer already.
Wow, so fast. It seems like people really pay attention.
Yeah.
Okay,
they
that's
really
good. That's
wanted
good.
to win the merchandise. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you for participating, everyone. So I will now announce the winner. Drum roll, please. Okay, a big congratulations to Marjan Yong, the Instagram account name user, Marjan Yong. He answered the correct questions, which is the Zihao first question was what keeps Zihao in audit for 12 years. So the first answer is actually the opportunity to expose in a wide range in the industry. And the second one is get to work with different level of people. And the third one is the flexibility of work style. So congratulations, Marjan Yong. You get the correct answer. And the second winner for the second question will be the Instagram username Kaisara22. Kaisara22. Okay. So, yep. So the second question is actually what are the expectations that we are looking for interns and also audit associate. So the correct answer is the positive attitude and also the willingness of learning. Okay, so congratulations to these 2 winners. Our people and culture team will reach out to you soon after this session on the claim of the token. Okay, so we have now reached the end of the session today. So really appreciate Zihao for your time today
Welcome.
sharing. Yeah, thank you for your sharing. Thank you for sharing on the tips on how to navigate a career in audit and also your 12 years experience as an auditor. So for those who tune in today, thank you so much again for supporting video in this first Instagram live series. So we had an action-packed 5 weeks all the way from October, starting from tax and followed by technology advisory services, business services outsourcing, insolvency, and today audit. So if you have missed out any of the previous session, not to worry, because we will be uploading the video to our social platform. So please stay tuned on our social platform. And if you do have any questions that you haven't had a chance to ask now, or maybe we have already missed out due to the time constraint, so we might not able to answer your questions on time. So do drop us a message, then we're definitely happy to answer your questions later. Okay, last but not least, please stay safe, everyone, and please observe the strictest hygiene at all time. And thank you, Zihao. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thanks. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Stay safe,
Friday.
everyone. Thank you. Okay, happy
Happy
Friday.
Friday.
Thank you. Bye bye.